Well, an attempt to make my chicken and veggie skillet. So, like I said earlier, I just brought this sterno feel. I figured don't need to bring the big stove, keep it simple. My little skillet on there. And I just brought the bare basics this camping trip because I'm just doing an overnighter. Just brought a little tiny cooler. So I marinated some chicken and I had some chicken breast that had already partially cooked up. So I thought, okay, well, let's just add some veggies, some garlic, and some Parmesan, a little bit of soy sauce in there, and ooh, that heated up quite quickly. Nice. Came up with this idea with the sterno. I saw some people cooking it, and I had quite a few from when I used to cater. If I might as well use it up. This is probably going to cook pretty fast. Yeah, I think Ruby's waiting for this dinner instead of her kibbles. Ooh, that looks good. Oops. What are you doing, Miss Ruby? Oh, your blankie wasn't good enough? You needed Mommy's as well? Yeah, Ruby's probably thinking, why are we roughing it, Mummy? I'm used to a different camping lifestyle. It smells good with all the garlic and things. It's got chicken breast pieces in here and a little bit of cauliflower, I had some shredded carrots in a bag, a little bit of frozen beans, and I just combined everything. Oh, and some little potatoes. So it's not going to take a lot to cook this, but like I said, the chicken was already cooked and cubed. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of oil, more oils to this. It looks like my fire's just smoking, so I'll probably let it burn out pretty quick with the logs. Don't need a big fire. So my spices in there and some sauces and oils. And I've got the other condiments inside the cooler bag. And I put a little bit of soy sauce on there. Yeah, food always tastes better when it's cooked outdoors. So I had the sterno, and then I was looking for a little something to put the stovetop on. I do have also one of those little propane hiking stoves, and I also have like the Coleman 2-burner propane stoves, but I just wanted something light and easy today to bring out. So I happened to find this little grill stand at the thrift store for like $2. I'm like, yeah, that's an awesome idea, because this one is a bit of a larger. I'm gonna throw some parsley in there. What else do I have? Not lemon pepper, not for that, but ooh, I've got this Montreal chicken spice, not the steak spice. This is the chicken spice. Maybe a little bit of that to give it a bit of a zip. It's got garlic and everything in there too. So all I brought with me today is basically I brought my actually wooden one. Wanted to try out, I've been purchasing some of newer backpacking sort of small camping equipment and dishes and stuff for when I do things like this, and I wanted to try out my little wooden because I saw it on some of my YouTube friends there, and I really like those tiny little wooden cups, and so I got myself a little cup, and I brought a bowl, and I really like these. These are great. These little wooden spoons, and it's almost like not quite a soup spoon, but they work really nicely. And I got these tongs. These are actually all from Temu. So, I was always Temu, nah, it's probably all just junk. But really, I've gotten quite a bit of my newer camping things from there, and they seem to be doing quite well. And then it's not as fancy as some of my other camping items, but when you're doing solo camping and it's minimal and it's work and it's light, so you don't have a lot to carry, hey, Temu works for me. You hear it sizzling. I suppose I should have brought a little lid to put on here, but again, didn't think of it. It's kind of a last minute idea to actually go camping today, because I was like, the weather was kind of iffy. So normally I have a checklist of the things I need to bring, but just kind of winged it. I mean, most of the camping gear's been separated with my big tent and big camping gear when, going with the family. And then there's stuff for when I go to spend a few days at the lake. It's different. I just have to have clean clothes. But the rest of everything else is there. And it's got a fridge and everything, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I've got a little hiking camping backpack with just very basic smaller items than this. And then this one, it'll be my solo camping little gear. Haven't realized by that I really love camping, and I stopped doing it for a few years. And I don't know. I guess life happens. Get old. menopause, not a fun thing, and I kind of lost myself in everything that I enjoy, and I'm like, I used to do all this stuff. Why am I not doing it? So here I am, attempting to enjoy all the things that I used to enjoy. Let's see. I think I'll keep the water on and probably end up having a cup of tea later, or just to wash out my dishes. I didn't bring a whole bunch of wood or anything. There's lots of fallen wood here around the camp here. And because it's totally surrounded by woods, I didn't have to do a lot regarding the fire. Almost 9 o'clock now. Look, it's still bright. See a little bit of color for sunset, but wow. This is the life. A little bit of sunset there behind the trees on the other side of the river. So being stuck at an office, at a desk looking at computer screens all day makes sure a difference to come out on a weekend and breathe all this fresh air and no traffic, and no pollution, and no deadlines. Yeah. Thinking I need to go into semi-retirement soon. Semi-retirement, working 3 days a week. That would work for me. Let's see if we can make that happen soon. Oh, this is smelling so good. It's still pretty bright out here. I don't really need a lamp on yet, but I thought maybe under the tarp. I'm looking forward to getting into our cozy bed. Here's this little gadget here. I came prepared with lots of lamps, headlamps. I even brought some really pretty fairy lights, solar fairy lights, but I figured for one day I didn't want to put too much work into it. Let's see if I can remember how to open this thing. Oh, look at this. How bright is that? Cute little camping table. So if I go now camping next week and not go to the lake, I think I'm going to pull out my big 8-person family tent. I bought that, oh gosh, probably 5 years ago when I was really doing a lot of outdoor camping before I purchased the lake site. And I believe I tested it out at a friend's place because she had a big yard. And that's the only time I've ever used it. So I think it's going to get a lot of use out of it. And probably one or both of the grandsons will have to come out and do some camping with Grammy. And that definitely is going to be glamping because I've got the big tent and don't have to worry about space. Oh, I can smell the garlic. Well, maybe it's time for a glass of wine. Got some lovely Merlot. My daughter gave me this at Christmas time, and I'm not much of a drinker. And it's half bottle's been sitting there, so I think this would be a nice occasion to have a glass of wine. And this little acrylic wine glass, because I insist on having a wine glass if I'm going to have wine. It's been to many camping sites and picnics over the years, and it's plastic, but it works. So, cheers. Well, dinner's pretty much ready in a couple of minutes. I'll check in with you a little later when I'm ready to go to bed and see how our car camping goes with sleeping in the car with Ruby. I think we should be nice and cozy. Okay, see you in a bit.